Hi, I'm Moksha,
I'm Dylan.
I'm Arjun.
I'm Nicholas.
and we're Unseen Industries.
The problem. Heavy industries are struggling to attract young talents to the workforce. Out of people aged from 11 to 18 surveyed, 91% said they would not work in heavy industry. In the survey, we asked people what they thought of heavy industry. Most of them were talking about how they associated it with mostly physical labor and low-paying jobs. For example, the quote, "cement guy," just shows the stereotype that they have. But what if that was different? Introducing Unseen Industries, a docuseries based on the lives of workers in various areas of heavy industry. The series also provides an informative website with connections to actual companies.
This is the homepage of our website. Our website provides resources to learn more about heavy industry, along with everything our viewers need to get jobs in heavy industry. This includes job listings of the companies that we cover and any certifications or qualifications that boost their resumes.
What we do, we eliminate the negative perceptions of heavy industry and spotlight the lesser known aspects of it. We show the true scope of professionals within the heavy industry. Not just the laborers, but the accountants, the logistics, and the workplace specialists. We provide information on how young adults can start a career in heavy industry and make a difference via the website that will be posted alongside the show. And we're going to provide interesting content by following Green Heavy Industry.
Meet Jonathan. Jonathan is 16 years old and he's passionate about making a change in society. He's very outgoing and smart, and his parents want him to be an engineer, but that doesn't align with his interests. Meet Adriana. She is also 16 and Jonathan's friend. She is charismatic and smart as well, and she recently became the president of her student council. She's not sure what she wants to do when she's older, though.
One day, Jonathan was scrolling through Netflix when he discovered Unseen Industries on his recommended feed. He gets hooked on the show and discovers the story of Christopher Gusick, the head steel manufacturer of Stegra. He learns about his story of how he once was skeptical of green steel, but now works to decarbonize steel every day. Jonathan learns through the website that heavy engineering can provide a job that's fulfilling, climate change helping, and quality. Jonathan learns more and shows Adriana the show as he knows that she's involved in the environmental club. Adriana sees herself in so many of the jobs. The only reason she hadn't before was because she just didn't hear of them. Adriana and Jonathan both decide to pursue heavy industry careers.
Many docuseries that spotlight specific fields have meaningfully shaped their respective industries. Examples of these include America's Sweethearts, which boosted DCC tryouts and led to a 400% pay raise for cheerleaders, while Deadliest Catch sparked new interest in commercial fishing. Over 50 other series have similarly driven awareness and increased employment in their featured sectors, showing how series like ours actually have an impact on the job market.
Our market is high schoolers and college students, and they're perfect because they don't always know what they're going to do later in life, and our show will inspire them. Of course, they also have to have a streaming service. So in the United States, we have 20.6 million people in our market, and an additional 30.9 million in Canada, Mexico, and Europe. 70 to 100 million viewers worldwide is the average of the shows shown previously, similar to ours, and 10% of those viewers fall into our market. So our business model, we make revenue from heavy industry sponsorships and selling our show to a streaming service. Below average price would be $2.5 million for a streaming service like Netflix or Hulu for the first 10 episodes, or half that on a cable company. Our main costs are the film crew, advertisements, and locational fees, which will fluctuate but are always expensive. A pilot episode could be $1,000 if we contact heavy industry and edit it ourselves. And beyond that, it would be about $200,000 per episode or less depending on location.
Unseen Industries provides a fun and engaging way to educate and change perspectives on heavy industry. It also inspires the audience to do further research on their own.
So, up front, we would be faced with some high initial costs like payroll, filming, and locational fees before we make a profit. But To address this, we're going to seek out heavy industry sponsorships, which will also allow us to offer our show at a lower price, making it more appealing to streaming services. Hang on. This is my show.
To measure our series' success, we'll start by first seeing how many people watch our show to understand the reach. We'll then track how many viewers come back for more episodes to see if our show is keeping them engaged. We'll also check how many people visit our website for extra content and track media and social media activity to see that our series is generating wider interest in heavy industry. To gauge audience validation, we'll share posters and short videos on social media like day in the life videos or video sharing quick facts about the industry. We're also going to post a pilot episode, and by tracking how many people comment, like, share, and follow, we'll know if the concept interests them and if it could work as a full series. Our MVP is a 15-minute pilot episode following 3 people who work at a heavy industry company like Stegra, showing what the day-to-day life looks like at the industry and why these companies really matter. Alongside the pilot, we'll launch our website, which offers info, resources, and career pathways in heavy industry. To start off, we'll work with people from the industry to release our pilot episode on YouTube along with our website, both of which we'll promote on social media. By tracking key metrics like views, watch time, and site traffic, we'll see how well the series is resonating with our viewers. These KPIs will also help prove demand when you start pitching our series to major streaming platforms. And then with a streaming partner, we'll have the resources to feature more companies and ultimately gain a much larger global audience.
Our vision is to expose more people to heavy industry and showcase the aspects of it that are usually overlooked. Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions? That's the question. Out of curiosity, do you have any idea what type of show it would be? Would it be like humorous, just purely informational, dramatic?
It would, to make like the series more compelling for viewers to come back to, I feel like it would be more dramatic, like following, for example, Stegra, the steel company, is working towards opening its first clean steel mill, and so following them and seeing how everyone working at Stegra comes together to help achieve that goal would be like compelling for the viewers to watch.
I have 2 questions. So one, because this is a really interesting idea, I don't think I've heard something like this, so kudos for the creativity. One I'm curious about is, this feels like it serves the industry partners. How do you know this serves the people who you want to watch, who might not have access because they're not aware, because they can't access it financially or due to other reasons? So do you think that just building awareness and having them watch a show guarantees they have then the means to go into the jobs?
It wouldn't exactly guarantee it, but when they're thinking about their future, they might remember the show and look into it a little more.
I think that's also what our website is for. So like if they're interested in getting a job in heavy industry, then our website would outline all the resources that they need and help them in that process, just so that they don't just watch the show and completely forget about it and forget how to join the workforce.
That's a good point. I think one of the considerations also is, think beyond industry. Industry is the end goal, right? But there are so many partners along the way. Unions, training providers, schools, community-based organizations who help to build this work out. So wouldn't it be cool to have a series that also featured their work? So it's not just about the industry and the end goal. It's everything it takes to get there.
Yes.
So I think that's really cool. Because what it also makes me think is, why doesn't industry already do this? I mean, that's the question. Why should they do this with you?
Here you go.
Any other questions?
I had one more, and it kind of piggybacks off that a little bit. I think you mentioned that the companies would pay, right, to have a video. Would you kind of have some kind of screening process to make sure that these are actual green jobs, that there isn't kind of greenwashing going on with, again, kind of pay-for-play like promotion for the companies?
We would definitely have some sort of screening process to ensure the compliance with regulations and our own set of rules to make sure these are actually green jobs and not fake green jobs that are just wanting to boost their advertising.
Okay, thank you very much.
Next up, come on down.